Yes.
Yes, sir.
Experience. Where are you? Hey, John Mahama. Where are you? People of Ghana are in need of experience. Cause it's the best NDC. Some before, now you reap the red. People of Ghana.
Tamale this morning crossed the Volta River, disembarked at TAG, and then took another long journey to this particular location where John Mahama will shortly come out of his vehicle and be welcoming those who are here to meet him. But I have two gentlemen with me. The one on my left is the constituency organizer of the Salaga South of the NDC in the Savannah region, and the one on my right is a special aide to former minority leader, the MP for Tamale South, but he is a constituent here, and so the two of them will help me to understand the issues in Salaga South. Well, let me start with you. You are welcome to Ways of TV. Help us. In fact, the roads were bad. It's a long journey, and I can feel the poverty within this enclave. Tell us more about Salaga South.
Yeah, actually, just like you rightly mentioned, the roads are bad. I think this is one of the major sentiments in this constituency. And this enclave, Abrumase, is not an exception. And you can see the nature of the road. And that is the reason why you've seen this massive turnout. Because the people have been yearning for this road for years. For 8 years. For 8 years. The MPP government, led by Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, have neglected these people. They have neglected them, the roads, for 8 years. The promise was that they should vote for Akufo-Addo 2020 and the 2016 election. He will do the road for them. But up to now, nothing has been done about it.
How big is Salaga South?
Salaga South is very big. The constituency is made up of 7 enclaves.
7 enclaves?
7 enclaves. This enclave has a total population of 27 police stations. That is the Claw enclave. We have the Kafaba enclave. We have the Makangu enclave. We have the Konkomba enclave. We have the Salaga enclave. We have the Pembi enclave. And then we have the Masaka enclave. These are the 7 enclaves that made up this constituency.
When we went to Northeast, many of those we engaged appear to be farmers. Predominantly, what type of crops do the people grow here, and how do they embark on their farming activity?
Good. This is a very good question. Majority of the farmers here, they do farm yam. So you can imagine the pain they go through. If they don't get to transport their yam products to the markets, they quickly get bad. They spoil. And that will be a big loss to them. So that is why it is a problem. Their roads are bad. They were promised that the roads would be constructed for 8 years, no roads. Their products have been spoiled on the road. I think their farm products have been rotting on the road.
Okay, hold on. The president's car is moving, and therefore we need to relocate because so stand there and let's continue the conversation. You were talking about bad roads, yes, and how it affects the farming.
Yes, they have not been able to transport their farm products because of the nature of the roads. From here to Talca is west. From Abrumase to number 1 is bad. From here to Akamade is west. From here to Yakijao Bato is unbearable. From here to Kekbatuto is too bad. These are the problems of the people in terms of roads. All the roads that are linking up to the communities are very, very bad.
Hold on. So I am speaking to the constituency organizer of the NDC, and this is Salaga South, and this is the first location where John Mahama will be engaging the people as part of his tour of the Savannah region. He's already been to the Northeast region. And then the gentleman on my right hand side is a constituent. He is also significant because he is the special aide to then minority leader, we all know, Tamale South, Haruna Idrisu. First of all, you are live on Ways of TV. When I was coming, I was reflecting on how difficult it would have been for many people here who were supposed to go to the district capital to go and register, either crossing a river or commuting by road, which is bad. And I hardly came across any car, any commercial car on this road. Help us understand the frustration here.
Thank you very much. Just as any other constituency, Ghana has a large citizens living in the rural areas. Salaga South is one of the unique constituencies that are faced by this issue of transportation and road network. As my organizer rightly said, with these 7 enclaves that he mentioned, it will be so difficult to have a very long motorable road that you can really pinpoint. Before NDC lost power in 2016, the Tamale Makango Road had 2 contractors on the road.
2 contractors?
2 contractors.
Where are they?
When the MPP came to power, they abrogated the contract and asked the contractor to move. They re-awarded to a different contractor, and up to for 8 years, when we're coming, you saw what the road is. This enclave Abrumase is so unique that because of the problems of the road system, from Salaga, you can only come here when you still go to the Brownfo, cross the Water Lake, go to Yeji, then have another curve about an hour over before you can get here by road.
Does it mean that no matter what, you have to cross the river before you come
no
here?
No matter what, you have to cross the river, then you then turn, then come back to the constituency itself. So we think that another unique thing about this constituency is that I have not seen any presidential candidate that have visited here before. This is the second time John Mahama is visiting here. So you can see the enthusiasm among the people because he has always called on them whenever he is seeking for power. He was here even in 2016 and today he's here again. So they have this feeling for him and today he has called on them seeking for their vote. These people need a special attention and I think he understands the situation. I think he has seen the road by himself and I'm very sure that given the opportunity to rule again, this area will be a priority to him. So visiting here today as a starter of his visit to the Savannah region is a very good decision.
It's interesting to know this. I'll come to you, Mr. Organizer, but for many of those who have joined us, or if you are watching us now, just call a friend to follow us on the social media handles if you are not by your TV set. We are at Abrumase in the Salaga South constituency. This is the first location where John Mahama is beginning his campaign tour of the Savannah region. If you look at my background, hundreds of people have been gathered here for several minutes waiting for his arrival. In fact, John Mahama has arrived, but as he does on his tours, he has to pay courtesy call on the traditional authorities. So his vehicle has left this particular mini Deba ground, and very shortly after paying the courtesy calls, exchanging pleasantries, he will join us here to address the people. But he made reference to one point, that this is the second or third time John Mahama is visiting here. You spoke about bad roads. Now, beyond the roads, what critical issues are of concern or dear to the heart of the people in this area and by extension Salaga South?
Good. Thank you very much for this wonderful question. I think apart from the roads, one of the major challenges of the people of this territory or enclave is health. The health institutions, they are very minimal or poor health centers that are poorly equipped. And I want to tell you one thing. The current MP, who happens to be MP in opposition, she is the one who is currently equipping those cheap compounds, and the only one single health center, the Abrumase Health Center, was currently renovated, upgraded, re-equipped. It was re-equipped by her recently.
Are you suggesting government has virtually neglected this community?
Totally. The government has totally neglected them. So one of the major challenges of the people of this community is the health situation. They are very poor health situation. That is one of them.
Okay, so while you are trying to clear your throat, let me come to you. You spoke about health. Now, there are many young men and women here. Obviously, they go to school. After school, they'll come back to this community. But I hardly see any kind of job that can employ them. What do they do?
You just hit the nail right on the head. we have a very high rate of unemployment around this area. The commonest job opportunity is farming, mostly in yam. So you see most of them do this teenage fishing. Then some of them go to Yeji for this kayaye and pushing of truck thing. These are the major source of income for the youth aside the school. So in getting the road, I'm passionate about the road because the road would have opened up this area to a lot of activities, especially if you look at the eastern part of this land. This is where the yams come from. So if the road is fixed, it will change a lot of dynamics around here. Employment, one, the farming will be improved. Most of these guys can get into even middlemen business between the producers and then even the finished consumers. So for the road, I think it's going to be a very strategic solution to the area. For some time now, for some few years that this MP has come, I've seen pictures of a health facility that she's putting up, even just as an opposition MP. I've also seen some renovation of some of the schools here. I think it's a long-term plan. It is too early yet, but I think we are seeing some signs that she wants to really deal with some of the issues that are facing the people. So we seek the mandate of the people to return this MP back to Parliament to continue her good job, and also vote massively for John Dramani Mahama to come and continue with whatever she was doing before. And for the fact that he has been given the opportunity to see exactly what is happening here, I'm sure he's the best person to deal with those things. And then we'll deal with the youth.
Okay, so while you are with,
I want to add.
No, hold on. I am engaging the constituency, Salaga South constituency organizer of the NDC, and of course the gentleman by my right hand side is also the special aide to Haruna Idrisu. He is a constituent, and of course let me expand the conversation. You wanted to add something significant?
Yes, I wanted to make a point that Brother Raouf, I just call a young man called Brother Raouf. Actually, he's actually the NDC in this constituency. He's a prince. His father is just the immediate past chief of Abrumase. He also understands some of the issues here, and I think if we
yeah, of course, if he's around, I'll speak to him. So let's continue. While I was coming here, I was trying to understand the politics of Savannah region. It used to be part of the northern region, and I noticed that the MPP made some inroads in 2020 compared to 2016, which would look like maybe because of the creation of the new region, they have been able to win the support of the people. Is that the picture on the ground today?
Actually, there have been a lot of changes, a massive change. Actually, your point was true. The creation of the new regions have actually lured some people to vote for the government. But for the past 4 years, looking at the hardship, the suffering, the complaints, people's pockets are empty. They have seen what they are going through. Skyrocketing price of goods and services. They are complaining everywhere. So obviously, there is nothing that is going to make the people to do the same thing that they did for MPP in 2020. It won't happen.
It won't happen. Now, let's now go down. People are supposed to vote. If your name is not in the register, you can be here in your millions, but that cannot translate into votes that will bring John Mahama to power as you wish. The issue that has come up that is still of national concern is the voter register. Help us understand the dynamics that went into the registration process, the verification of the names, and possibly any problems you may have encountered.
Actually, as the constituency organizer, during the exhibition and the registration and all other EC exercises, I was deeply involved. And we made sure that we're able to mass a good number of our people to come to the centers and register. When they were doing the exhibition, we were also able to go around to every police station to ensure that the registrants have their names in the register. Any challenge was corrected. And as I speak, all those people who have mass up here and those who are not here are duly having their voters' ID cards and they are duly identified in the voters register, and they will vote come 2024. We don't have any challenge with regards to our register. All the people have checked their names. There are no any issue. We are going to win this election massively for JM, and the current MP is going to retain a seat without any doubt.
What makes you convinced that the NDC perhaps will do better in this constituency than it was in 2020?
Thanks to our honorable MP in opposition, and I can rate her as the best MP in opposition in this country currently. She is constructing boreholes. She has even constructed roads. She is upgrading hospitals, clinic. If you go to Salaga Hospital today, if you go to the maternity ward, thanks to Haji Azuera. If you go to Kafaba Road, you're able to fly from Salaga to Kafaba, thanks to Haji Azuera. If you come to Klo, Abrumase, and you're able to go to the Abrumase Health Center to have your health well catered for, it's Honorable Haji Azuera. Every angle of this economy, be it education, she has scholarship support for all the students who are attending tertiary education. She has support for women. She has about 86 women groups in this constituency. Every group is being financed to support their businesses. This is what she's doing. She is doing a lot. If I'm here to enumerate the good work of
I'll come to you and then we'll speak to many of them. I'm told you are Raouf. Raouf, how are you?
I'm fine.
You are live on Wezo TV.
Thank you.
You live in this constituency.
Yes, please.
You speak to the ordinary people. You engage them. They have high expectations. What do they want from John Mahama?
Let me say good evening to everybody and your team as well. I am the Deputy Communication Officer for the Salaga South constituency. And of course, I'm a native of this area, and I've been for assembly member for 4 years of this area. And of course, I know the challenges that is confronting this area. Of course, as you are coming, you realize that the roads is too terrible. And then part of the communities have not been receiving the electricity extension. And so the people are expecting that President Mahama will come and then ignite and rehash the promise that they will extend electricity to most of the rural areas for them to also benefit. Then secondly, we are part of Salaga South, that's the East Gonja municipality. And so the challenge is that we have to cross the river and access every opportunity. So the plea for this area is that we want President Mahama to carve, if given the opportunity, to carve this area out of Salaga South so that we can also have our own districts.
So for many of you here in Salaga South, and today we are at Abrumase, what has NDC done to make you love it so much that irrespective of the weather, the harsh weather conditions, the bad roads, the unavailability of vehicles, we have so many people here waiting, dancing and ready to hear him?
In fact, NDC is one of the greatest parties that we have here. We don't know any other party apart from NDC.
Why?
Because of their phenomenal track record. This electricity, the pole that we are seeing, it was started by President Mahama when he was in office in 2016, though completed by this administration. And then we have a clinic at Talakwa, we have a clinic at Kijau Bato, we have a clinic at Akimade.
Let's speak to the camera.
Exactly. We have a clinic at Akimade, and then so many schools were built. 6 unit classroom for this community, 6 unit classroom for Kabatito, 6 unit classroom for Akimade. And then the road from number 1 to this area was re-graveled under President Mahama and Professor Mills. The road from Abrumase to Kijau, the road from Kijau to Kijau Bato, the road from Talakwa to Silmuchu, and the road from Buma to Buma Junction, and other important phenomenal projects that are scattered around the area. And that is why we believe that NDC is the only party that can save us.
It's interesting. While we are waiting, I believe that the NDC has been speaking to some policy issues in the 2024 manifesto. For you, which of them resonates with the ordinary people here, be them farmers or women or students?
Yeah, I will speak to the aspect of the women. I think the women, they are home takers. They take care of our houses. And the running mates of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has indicated in our manifesto, and everywhere she goes, that we are going to establish the Women's Bank. That bank is going to be run by women. Women can walk into those banks, secure loans, that are more or less in the form of grants to support their businesses. And I think that is a policy that has gone down very well to the people, and they are bought into it, and it's going to change many lives if it has been implemented.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm grateful for your readiness to speak to me. Let me engage this gentleman and now walk to the ordinary people who are gathered here and see if I can sieve out their personal concerns. Now, while I prepare to leave you to attend to your concerns, I've come to Abrumase. I've realized that there are many young men and women. Obviously, many of them don't have issues they have raised will befit the people if they have to empower themselves.
Exactly. In fact, they cherish about the manifesto is exactly the National Apprenticeship Program, and then the Farmer Service Center. You know, here is a peasant farming community, and so what they need is strategies and other implements so that they can carry out their farming activities. And so for that National Apprenticeship Program and Farmer Service Center, in fact, when you go everywhere, everybody is praying that your mama should win so that they can have access to do tractors and then they can plow their farms and have a bumper harvest.
Okay, Rahul, thank you very much. And so
my greetings to your
Sandogbe.
No, Sandogbe.
Okay, so we are live on TV, so I'll do that later. I'll come to you. I've not spoken to any woman yet. I've seen a pretty woman here. You are live on Wezo TV. For you as a young woman, why have you so much love in John Mahama and the NDC?
Oh, in fact, John Mahama is a person we all have to love, because 2016, what we see in Ghana is different as this 2024. Things have changed. When John Mahama was on power, it was very special for Ghana. We're all enjoying, but now the system have changed.
If you say 2016, you were enjoying, what were you enjoying?
Things were down. Prices of things were down, but now common oil we can buy, rice we can buy. In fact, all the ingredients we can buy. But when JM was on power, oil, the big one, it was 1.5. Now oil is 1,000 Ghana cedis. So compared to 2016 to 2024, JM is better than those call themselves economic masters. Baumia said he's the economic. They should give the economic key to him. He's going to handle the economic. But compared to John Mahama and Baumia, difference. Baumia cannot compare itself to John Mahama.
So what do you do? Are you a seamstress? Are you a public sector worker?
Businesswoman.
When you say businessman, what do you do?
I have boutique. I sell clothes. At first, I was going to Togo. When I'm going to Togo, that time, Sefa was 17 cities. Now, Sefa is 2.7. Before you can get 100 Sefa. So compared to 2016 and now my business is down, totally down. Because the Sefa is high. And
you seem to be very angry.
Very angry. In fact, if I want to talk about the economic or about NPP, I feel like crying. Because they've made things miserable for Ghanaians.
And does it reflect many other young girls in this community? Many of them may have been to school, they have completed, there are no businesses or companies to employ them. So what do? They
have to be managing doing something small to survive. Because no businesses, even no businesses, nothing is moving for them. Now the young girls, they are always in the house with their parents. They have nothing doing. So if a young girl like me have nothing doing, it means I can't survive. I have to get something doing before I can survive. Once the economic is hard, I can't survive.
Okay, so this young lady is basically talking about the story that cuts across the country. There's another woman here, but let me talk to this gentleman first, because many of them are ready to talk to us, to share their pain. As I'm speaking, John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the NDC, is in Abrumase here in the Salaga South constituency, where he's beginning his campaign tour of the Savannah region. The information I have is that this is a very large enclave and has about 7 typical communities where the people actually are in their numbers. Again, I'm also understanding that farming is one of the preoccupations, and cultivation of yam is one of the major crops that they are into. Bad roads are the issues on their hearts. Now, you are a young man. What do you do? Are you working?
At this era, sorry, because I lost my voice. It has been for 3 days now. It has not been easy here. So I lost my voice now. Pardon for the viewers what is happening right now. Here, I have been here for my entire life. I know the activities here, and it is so disheartening. When I was here first, Jomama era, we used to buy petrol, fuel at 14 cedis for a full gallon. But for now, 1 liter is 14.49. Even that 1 liter cannot buy a gallon. But Jomama's time, we were using 1 liter. The liter of a price now, the price of a liter now is the same thing as a gallon at Jomama's time. $1 at Jomama's time was $1 is equal to 4 cedis. But for now, as we stand now, $1 is equal to 16.4. And you claim that 16.4 to $1 is more better than $1 is equal to 4 cedis. Then I think you need a psychiatric attention.
So many young men do not work.
We do not work.
Your parents equally are struggling. So what is the lifestyle here like?
In fact, it is unbearable. Very bad. So difficult for us. You know, the large quantity of people here are into farming. But now ask yourself, what is the price of what's the name? Ammonia.
That is fertilizer.
What is the price of the spray? It was used to say 70 cedis for the whole box, and then there is a 12 in one box. But for now, how many? That 70 cedis is for one piece. And you will come and tell me that the era of Okufodu or Bahumia can be compared to Jomama. Then I don't think you're a Ghanaian. You should be an Ivory Coast or Togolese. So here, the life here is so difficult for us. From here first, at Jomama's time, from here to Yeji, it was how much? 10 cedis. But for now, from here to Yeji, just 30 minutes drive, it is 35 cedis. More than 3 times or 3.5%, more than 350% of what we used to travel from here to, from Abrumase to Yeji. And then you compare Jomama to Baumia, then I think you need hospital. Life here, Jomama's time, when we were going to school, God, we used to travel from here and go to Salaga. We go to Yeji sometime, we go to Makango. And then from Makango, from Yeji to Makango was how much? 5 cedis. But for now, ask me, how much is the price, my sister? It is now 12 cedis or 15 cedis per each student. And you compare Jomama to Baumia. I don't think you're a Ghanaian here. More to the point, we are living here. We know condition here. Jomama's time, Jomama promised us that when I come here, I will show you people. And they were thinking it was something different. Jomama's time that we have hospital. Jomama's time we have Telekwa Hospital. Jomama's time we have Kijo Hospital. Jomama's time we have Akamede Hospital. And then Baumia Okufodo-led governance. Ask me what do we have here. Ask me what we have here.
I can feel the anger. Just calm down.
I cannot pass through. Look, if I should tell you the pains I'm going through right now, you will melt. You will melt. It is not the pain that somebody from somewhere will come and stand and talk for me. I am from here. I know the pains I'm passing through. This is the worst ever government we ever have in the history of Ghana politics. It is so paining. It is so disheartening. I am telling you, whoever somewhere, not a Ghanaian, not only Kenyani people, not Abrumase people, not Kulo people, I am speaking in favor of the youth as a Ghanaian, not a spectator, as a citizen, that if you vote for Baumia, it's like you vote for the second mafia, the second scammer who is coming to us, because they are afraid of what Mahama is coming to expose them. That is why they are doing all their maneuver things to sustain Mahama. But my brother, my senior, my uncle, I am telling you today that even heaven will come to on earth. John Mahama will be the president of Ghana. And there is no doubt for it. Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. I am not speaking by my own strength, but the person of on top. I believe John Mahama will be the president. And then I want you to understand something. John Mahama's manifesto, I don't have time to read it more, but I will explain some few things. You see this place, we have more than 15 communities here. But I am talking to you now. We don't have a single bank. There is no single bank. There is no single bank.
So how do the women trade?
I want to tell you something, my brother, my senior. Before a woman trade here, he needs to travel from this place to Yeji. He needs to travel from this place to Pinkampong to Atebebu and save his money. Look at the distance. Look, if you consider this community, the most robbery community is this community. Why? Because people hold cash to travel. Abrumase to number 1 is just about 30 minutes kilometer. You can ride, 30 minutes ride. And I am telling you today, from here, before you travel from this place to number 1, you will get so many different armed robbers that will attack you on the phone. Why? Because there is no place to save money. There is no place to save money.
I'll come to you. Just calm down. Don't go away. Let me talk to another woman. Just calm down. I can appreciate the anger, and you can feel that these are genuine sentiments from somebody who will say about 15 communities in a small town called Abrumase in the Salaga South, and there is no single bank. You are a woman. Many of the women here are either farmers or into petty trading or some form of business. They don't have banks here. John Mahama is offering an alternative. But for you, what are the pains women here share that you can tell us?
Okay, the pain women share here is that in this Akufo-Addo era, the cost of living is very high. And if cost of living is very high, it's women that affect the most. As now, when you even take like 200 cedis to the market to buy food items, you can only get few because everything is high due to the bad economy. So actually, we can't wait for our father, John Dramani Mahama, to come and rescue this nation. Because we women, we suffer a lot.
But the MPP people say, as for NDC, you are biased. They have brought free SHS. They are supporting young girls to go to school. They are improving other facilities. So, if anything at all, that is good for you.
No, the free SHS, even though it's free SHS, but it's not free. Because if your child is going to SS, the things you buy alone is not small. And if you don't have the money, how do you get all those things for the person to go? So I don't see it to be free because my child is at SS. And before the child goes, the things you buy is so expensive. The things he needs to go to school. So I don't see the free education in it.
Now, when the gentleman spoke to me and he said there is no bank here, it only brought to my mind the promise to establish Women Development Bank. I know a chunk of the elderly here, particularly women, may not be well educated. Do they understand what the Women Development Bank is? Do they appreciate what it stands for, especially when many of the local banks were collapsed?
Yeah, they appreciate it because it believes when the bank is in, like women will get capital to do their businesses to help support their families and they take care of their family. So they appreciate it a lot and they can't wait for our father to come and implement that bank.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm grateful for your time. So I was speaking to you. I needed to give you some breath, and I was speaking to the young lady about the significance of the Women Development Bank, for example, because we know that there were several rural or local banks. One, for example, is the GN Bank, which was very dominant in the Northern Belt. Now, this Women Development Bank that John Mahama intends to bring, or the apprenticeship program he intends to introduce to help women to acquire skills, how well has this policy proposal sunk in the minds of the people?
Well, I would say that is the best ever policy we ever have here. Though Mama has done more, but the best ever policy that John Mahama introduced is the Women Development Bank. Because it's not only women who are going to save them. Me, I'm making it clear to John Mahama that it's not only women who are going to save them. Because that is the only means of saving our money here.
Because there's no bank.
There is no bank. There is no any multi-credit, anything. No savings and loan, nothing. That is what I'm telling you, my brother. The only ways we save money here is to go to Yeji and save money there. We go to Atebebu to save money there. We go to Kintampo to save money there. Because there is no money. And then it is not only coming to help only women. Because I don't see it to be only Women Development Bank. Because I am saying Abrumase Development Bank. That is how I call it. Why? Because there is no any other bank. There is no any means of savings here. It's only your pillow, under your pillow, or your mattress, or you go to Atirebu or Yeji. So there is no any means of savings here. And the Women Development Bank that Mama is bringing, I asked myself, apart from NDC, and I am repeating this because God only made this creation for us to worship Him. Apart from God worshiping, the only thing you can worship in this world or in Ghana here is to be a member of NDC.
Why?
Because that is the only way you can get yourself relief. That is your only way you can get yourself out of the stress. That is the only party you can get yourself from scamming. That is the... My senior, if I want to talk this, sometimes if you want to talk about politics, you speak with emotions because of the pains that we are feeling. I am standing here to tell you what we are facing here.
From the picture you are painting, it will look like a lot of the young men and women are leaving this town.
I completed University of Cape Coast. I have searched for work since 2020 and I haven't gotten job. I work as a NAPCO trainee. When I joined the service, ask me, they owe me 9 months. Nobody pay me. I resign myself. I resign by myself. So today, you cannot come and tell me that you've created 1 million jobs. You cannot even stand in front of me and talk about job matter. Because I have been the fraud that you claim that you have employed over 100 people. I have worked in that field before. I resigned because you were not able to pay me for 9 months and I resigned. I am a university graduate.
So when the young men and women...
People are here. Those who completed university. I have more than 1,000 here. They are still at home. They are still at home. Secondary people, they finish secondary school. There is no money to go to school again. The education limits at the secondary level. So what are you telling me that there is a development coming from in the office of Mahama?
Now, John Mahama talks about farm mechanization centers because people here appreciate agriculture and they are into, let's say, farming, production of yam, production of sorghum. I've seen rice plantations on the way to this place. I've seen maize. I've seen a lot of grains. Are they prepared with the little support they will get to look at these as alternative sources? Because we are looking at improving the food basket.
I don't want to interject, but this intervention, I would just say, is a glory. It is a glory to the people, the good people of Kolo.
Let's speak to the microphone.
It is the glory to the good people of Kolo. It is a glory to the good people of all Kolo communities. Why am I saying so? Okufodo promised us that one district, one factory, one village, one dump. I am standing here.
So there's no planting of food for food and job here?
If anybody should say any planting of food and agriculture here, we don't even know the policy here. They've not even heard there is a policy called planting and food and jobs. There is no any policy that they have heard it because they don't know what it is.
Suggesting there's no television here, or what you are saying is progressive.
Nobody came to introduce it to them. They can overhear. That is hearsay. They are not there. They cannot hear. They only heard it. Somebody speaking it somewhere. That is somebody's language that they are getting. Information, they overheard it. That is not the reality. Nobody came here to introduce anything to them. There is not. Look, I will tell you something today. And that is so disheartening. That is something that is paining us. Look at our road. I am sure when you are coming, you pass from number 1 to Abrumase here. How did you see the road? How did we see the road? Because the MP was a regional minister. Everything here passed on his table. I am asking you, sir, you have a road like this. You pass from Salaga to Abrumase to come and make campaign. You sleep here, you drink here, you eat here, and you pass here. You cannot feel the pain of these people.
So you are talking about the current regional minister?
I am no. The former, because he was our former MP, Uncle Sally. He was our former MP. He was the former minister. He was a regional minister, and every development, every construction passed through from his table. I am asking you, is Abrumase not part of Salaga?
So you're saying he doesn't care for the people who voted for him?
What care? If he cared for us, he would have constructed the road from number 1 to Abrumase. If he cared for us, he would have gotten us a potable water to be drinking. If he cared for us, he would have considered the people, the hardship of the people here. He would have considered the community here are farmers. He will have considered the community women here are traders. He will have talked about them. He will have felt the pain that they are feeling here. He will have felt the disheartening. I don't know.
So
painful. This is so painful. And I am telling you, I am not standing here to just speak by words. I am telling you on ground. Inshallah. And I am repeating myself. Inshallah. Inshallah. John Mahama is going to be the president of the Republic of Ghana. There is no doubt for that. Number 8 will be our choice. And there is no any other thing that can change the choice here. This thing belongs to us. And this is our land. Nobody can take it from us. We are Gonjans.
Okay, thank you very much. So the gentleman has spoken a lot. Obviously, you can feel the pain. You can feel the disappointment. There are hundreds here who are waiting patiently to listen to Don Dramani. And as I told you earlier, he arrived a few minutes ago. He's speaking to some traditional authorities as we speak, because authorities if they cannot join him at the mini Deba grounds. I have another gentleman here. Good afternoon. You are live on Wezo TV, and people are watching you across the globe. Now, for many of us who do not understand the issues in the northern belt of this country, all we know is that yes, the people are poor. They produce the food for us. They are hardworking, but people really do not get them the support they need. For you as a young man, what do you want differently if John Mahama wins?
Okay, so talking about what we want in this area, as a youth, I'm a university graduate, we need job. That's one of the first things. And then Mahama policies is talking about the agricultural support, which is the irrigation farming. If you look at this water lake, it cut across this area from here to Yeji. And then if you look at the river is not far from here. If this policy, irrigation farming, can go on, I'm telling you, our main occupation here is farming. Our women are farming. Men are farming. If you're a youth and you didn't go to school, the main thing that you are doing here is farming. So a policy like irrigation farming policy would have helped the youth here to make more farming, do more, agri farming, and then help the people here in this area. That's the main thing that I want the president to do.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Don't go away. But for those who are watching, I just want to give you a certain picture about the situation on the ground, if my camera will help me. On my right-hand side, you will see that many opinion leaders are seated, waiting patiently. They have been here for some time now. The flag bearer of the NDC has arrived. He's just with the traditional authorities, and all these opinion leaders seated there obviously want to listen to what he has to tell them. On my right-hand side, if the cameras go there eventually, you notice that there are many young men and women, just like the gentleman who is speaking to me, and all what is on their heart is bad roads, lack of social amenities, the fact that they need jobs, the fact that they need policies that will actually create the opportunities for many young men and women. I was asking them specifically, if there are no jobs here when students here finish school, what do they do? I get a picture that it is desperation all over, and that desperation is what is translating into the anger up now. Now, many of those who have spoken to me have told me they are angry. Why the anger?
Because there's no development here. I can see when you were coming, you saw how the road is very bad. Look at the young men, those are standing here. They all need something to support themselves. They need a lot of support to go to school. But because their parents are poor, there's no any support for them to go to school. When we talk about planting for food, and job, I heard you asking my brother about it. Planting for food and job was one of the good policies, but it's not here. It's not here. Our main occupation, just as I said, is farming. If planting for food is one of the policies that will help us, why did they deny us here?
Why do you think you were denied?
We were denied. There's nothing like that here. Nobody cares about that. The former MP who was a member of parliament, who was a member of New Patriotic Party, didn't introduce anything like that here. And he eats here, he drinks here, he do everything here. Currently he's sleeping here because he want power again. Meanwhile, the past 4 years, he didn't do anything. The youth are, we have disappointed.
We understand, and John Mahama has been cautioning the public that they may have deprived you of what will empower you. They will deny you of the support. They will make you poor, and then around times like this, they will come with some freebies in the form of some support just to lure you, buy your votes, or monetary giveaways.
So some of us like this, I'm an educated person. I don't take money because I want to spend it today. I'm looking at the future generation, what it will happen. Like Women's Development Bank is one of the good policies that NDC is bringing, and it will support our. In fact, if you come here on Friday, you see women riding a basket from kilometers to do butter trade. It's not even buying.
Why butter?
Because they don't have money, so you need fish, and you have to take yam. Yam is the only thing that we farm. Maize is there, you have everything, but you don't have fish and other things to balance your diet. You have to take it and bring the meat in. That's what they do. So if Development Bank is here, people will, go and loan and then do business, go sell it to Kumasi or in the next, town, Yeji, and then get a lot of money and take care of the young ones that are growing up so that they can go to school.
It is strange that in this modern age, a well-developed community, I see telephone masts around, yet on our route from Yeji to this place, at least on 2 occasions, there was no network for long stretches. How widespread is it? Lack of access to telecom services
is very bad. In fact, I completed 2013 in my SHS in Salaga. When I returned here, I was not able to stay here because there's no access to network.
You were not able to stay here?
No, I can't speak to anybody. Where's my friends? If they call you, you are out of coverage. So I have to move back to where I can get access to network. Meanwhile, I have a land that I can farm and do something and support my family. That doesn't mean I don't like my place. But because there's no network, we are used to the network when we are back to school. So if it is not there, you can see how the young ones are suffering these days, this generation, this modern Ghana, 21st century, that you can go to a village, that you can make a call. I'm telling you, there's a next village after this village. That's where I'm coming from. And last night when we slept there, I was not able to access my network.
You were out of coverage area?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And so now I want to walk to the ordinary people who perhaps may not have been privileged to be in school or attend school as the gentleman is. I see a woman here and I want to go and talk to her. But before that, let me talk to this gentleman. Have you completed school?
Yeah, I've completed school.
What school?
I've completed teacher training college.
Teacher, so you are a teacher?
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Where?
Yeah, I'm teaching Abrumase Junior.
Okay, so for you as a teacher who wants the best for your students, what are the typical challenges in this area?
Seriously, here the typical challenges, because we are interior, we have a lot of challenges on the side of furniture and even classroom blocks. A lot of students don't have, or the classrooms, they are not spacious enough for the student to sit inside. So we need a lot of classroom blocks for them to sit inside.
Okay, so I was told there is no internet facility, but this government talks about digitalization. And I understand that even for some of the schools, they talk about free Wi-Fi services. So how do you teach ICT in this modern age where we are moving from the typical way of doing things to technology-based type of teaching and learning?
Frankly speaking, here we don't have any Wi-Fi you see in the school. And even using the ICT tools, the laptop, we don't have laptops for the school to teach our students. We are only teaching the theoretical aspects, but not practical.
Okay, so as we speak, the flag bearer of the NDC, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has arrived, and then I'll soon be telling you how the people are receiving him. But you were talking about lack of ICT and how this is affecting the people.
Yeah, we say that there are no laptops or computers to teach the students. We are only teaching the theoretical aspect, but not the practical, because we don't have any ICT tools or computers to teach. Yes. Yeah, we don't have computers to teach, so we need the government to support.
Okay, thank you very much. So you can see there in your camera, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, has just gotten down off his car, and he is waving at the hundreds of people who are gathered here waiting to see him. In fact, the people, somebody whispered into my ears that they are happy that John Mahama has arrived because the weather is changing, and just some few minutes ago it was very, very hot, very, very sunny, and then just after some few minutes the weather is changing, and I'm sure that it may rain any moment from now. So for them, his early arrival to the Deba grounds signifies their wish, because they want to listen to him and they don't want the rain to disrupt anything. And so I'll be taking you upstage where we have the program officially beginning, and I'll be coming to you from time to time to give you a narration or a description of other things. But here you see typical drumming and dancing by the people of the northern region. This is what they do. This is what they do, and I'm sure that is typical of them. If you come to the northern region, you don't see this drumming and dancing, then you are not appreciating where you have come from. That is the culture of the people. That is what they believe in. They understand the rhythms, and the rhythms give them that motivation. The rhythm gives them the encouragement, and that is what they live with, and that is what brings happiness to them. The member of parliament for the area is speaking, and therefore let's go and listen to the member of parliament.
Because of Anye constituents, Batobi and Konkomba and other people. So, Clofo and Midinchiake Sie Ebremo and Nyame Aye Amaye and Nyankopon Achrese Adia Yeni Daso 7th December 2024 no Obeyamaye. Nibedi mo MP Debia Mebaha Asamba kwa moka ne se Hajia
da bena President Mahama beba klo ana debia mabusambe sasem no enne nyame adawroma President Mahama tuni nine Efrin cry onini mpenifo nyina ya ba klo debia mekase Mosra mi ade anamu busa ade wo me ho na mitimi ya enye se ebia minyansa anamadwen ene chen obidie etre se mo ankasa de bia mode mpaibo eta hajia echi sampaibo na dawoma ene madebia de yakase yebeye no na yetimi aya mamo mesremo se sampa ibono monkoso monfanta mini President Mahama chi na nyame adawoma ene modo a machre wo krono 7 December President Mahama befa abano na wa sign ebedi president na ma sign the hajian so akwa parliament na mini President Mahama akoye edwuma me ba campaign mo se kro nyina mo hie bibia chi se network de bia bebia meko bia sama obia kan no me de misu ekoto President Mahama lim onye president no ojina mechi eboa me ema MTN network no ya na se anye enanansa miko kijeu omodi omuhia sem tu manim omusi health center no omuni moto omuni mpa emmada so ewo midimisu ekoto ye maami Mrs. Lodina Mahama nim endru 1 week mansaya maha midimoto no baya na sama mfamba midimpa no baya na sama mfamba mankancho musa Mrs. Mahama na se me famremo enti monkai sesesia ye kase onya first lady o na obedi first lady a dia obeye ama kroma no eno ebe bodi awaye no enti me sremo me pamocho kro majina ye chide bia since 1992 kroma to NDC aba last election Klo was the battleground. This election, Klo is the battleground. And the last election, Klo delivered. This election, Klo is going to deliver, inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Medamase. Ansa nukushunga. Ebore sekma lada. Anyembe temba. Mba door to door campaign na. Asa nkushung.
Thank you, Ajia. Kuroma, you ready? Are you ready? Let me see your hand. At this moment, let's welcome His Excellency John Dramani. Kolobi Mechuruga. Ankikenyi 7 December. Kanwe ankaberukumo Kachekama, Anyan Yile Konkon, so Mena Yile Asa NDC, but party da, Lombun Konkon Nato, and Tan Yile presidential election na. And suppose we are Marena Yile for parliamentary. 2016, Anya Dan Katagana, Na Ambrana, Jobotebi, Biamuni Ghana Bokakata, Amusa Antan Sabomo, Dubure Kata, Nagane Biekani, Lele Mbombekange, Ayansulun Chu, Ansulun Sa, Aukue Kaugbe, Lele Nkaba Malgere, Eskima Beji Awurfo Ghana, Dama Pakpatuanye, Anya Masibishe, Bajijamu Keke, Kaskima Mashun, Ashungwe Ankada Ashun, Point Town, Waterbumo Noto, and Tan you electricity Bukushun, Ekpana, Naso Keke, Am Keke Bayigamonle, Am so Enyefone Ebor Biko, 7 December, Konkonwe Anka Antuere, NDC, Enyanyi Nasara Komoto, Nan Langambambashun, Anyekushun. Ezu Ankaba Anyu Europa Yachoro Kulora Binyukushuke Etanase Manifesto Ekwana Nchuba Kania Bashe Hospital Bashe Amukike Kage Na Ankamo Amba Kulebore Enye Ebor Mabenu Anyikushu Inshallah Anta Endisimba Na Aswe kabe toro binyuna keke na NDC eba longa mu keke sebenye. Minuanum Medamase Meka twi kakra se ne be omo monte gonja kasa no so betimi. Medamase yenim se bebi amuwo yi atwam agya kakra enti enyoma bebre a ehia se mosom nsabeka no ayeden. And neighbor campaign was Salaga South. And I'm the honorable member of parliament say, Yebe Jumedi Mienu, Yebe Bako or Salaga. And so Yemfa Bako Emma Abrumase ha. If you say me ba hache, me pese me who senya, and you may sit here or her. Ezu me ba and so me ankasa, my befa mo kwano so. Me say Abrumase for Kulo for me mama kuse. If you say mo kwai no. Ezu Udru baby obeka say enye Ghana na wo. Me ankasa me di mani abehu. Nyame adom nearby ekwai no yebesiesie ni yi amamo. Ezu afenso enche bia ye bet pai districts ne constituencies no mo ya kan nipa na wie population census enti say ba na ye hwe sa population census na ye be pai mo a maka check lora say ontro ne kratamra say ne be ya ye betimi ache mo ha na mo ankasa mo so mo etimi ahwe mo ho ai che say mo ankasa mo gina mo abo constituency ezu enti ensemre no mefre minua zuwera no afro ha na mapeja nensa na edi adanse se ono ena ogina emaye o parliamentary elections no e wo Salaga South constituency ezu waye juma bebre waye enioma bebre abra ne party mponi abaimu na minim se nyame adom ne party beba election here yebe ye NDC ne bedin kunim edin kunim so a obeye ne echensa enti mepeja ne nsa nmahu se ono ene agina tum se ogina ma NDC ewo Salaga South constituency enti moto mo aba ma JM a numato ama hajia zu wera obana Medamase, Nyame Shiramu. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Let go. You want for this is the time to have experienced men to run the race of survival. Mahama Sankofa, Mahama Sankofa, Mahama Sankofa, 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 Sankofo, Sankofo, Sankofa, Yetrio, Sankofo, Sankofo, Sankofa, Yetrio. Experience, where are you? Hey, your mama. Where are you? People of Ghana are in need of experience. Cause it's the best NDC. Some before, now you red. People of Ghana are in need of experience. Cause it's the best John Mahama. Some before, now you red. People of Ghana are in